What's on the upside, people? My name is Song for everything, but you can call me Song. And what did I just watch? This isn't exactly a movie per se. It's more like an episode of a TV show, and therefore not really a movie at all. But I mean, it was the length of a movie special for a cartoon, so I'm gonna say it counts. This is Scoobynatural, an episode of the live action show Supernatural, which I have not seen nor plan on ever really actually watching. But I thought it would be fun to do for the channel because Scooby-Doo, basically. So here we are. And honestly, I'm not entirely sure where to begin. Again, I know nothing about Supernatural, so I was going into this completely blind to anything going on. Luckily, it doesn't seem like you need to know anything about the show to enjoy the episode, so that's always a plus, especially since it was a crossover. It would be actually kind of weird if you did need to know enough about the show itself. Basically, the characters of Supernatural, the main characters, Sam, Dean, and Cass, go to the Scooby-Doo world because they get trapped in a cursed television, and they have to help solve a mystery. Except this time, the mystery is way more real than anything Scooby-Doo has ever or will ever produce, with people actually dying and actual ghosts. And it's actually pretty crazy. It gets really crazy really fast. 0 to 100. My big gripe with it is that because this is actually a live action show, normally, obviously you have the same people voicing the characters when they're in the animated world, and their voices they're live action actors. And I don't know if it's the direction or if it's the actors themselves or what, but their voices don't translate well into animation. Without the context of seeing their actual faces, it just sounded boring. So that was a negative point. The other one is that, again, since this is a live action show, it relies more heavily on dialogue than anything animated will. And they brought that into the animated world, which doesn't work. You get a lot of them sitting around talking, which doesn't translate well in animation. In animation, you have to be moving. So those were kind of bummers for me. And they're understandable. Again, it's a live action show normally, but it was noticeable. And if you're going to do a cartoon episode, then, go all in for it, That said, because it's normally a live action show, because they're aware that they are in a cartoon, the meta jokes are everywhere and I love it. Again, I am a sucker for meta jokes. I say this when I do Spider-Man. I said this when I did Captain Underpants. I just love meta humor, and they brought a lot of that into the Scooby-Doo episode. And it was pretty great, especially since Dean, I think, he knew the episode they were in by heart. And so he got really excited about it, and he's like, oh yeah, that's the killer. And he would talk about, oh, this real world stuff doesn't happen here. This is a cartoon. It was great. When the death stuff happened, and there was a lot of blood, there was a lot of corpse decapitation. Oh my. I was kind of disappointed that there was no immediate reaction from Mystery Incorporated. They were like, oh look, dead body. Well, time to solve a mystery. Dead body is not something that normally happens in Scooby-Doo. No one usually dies. So upon seeing a dead body, I feel like they would have a stronger reaction. And they did end up having a huge meltdown. The huge meltdown that I was waiting for when they first saw the first dead body, or even when they saw the second decapitated dead body. I feel like they should have reacted more. But they did have a nervous breakdown later when the Supernatural characters had to explain to them that this was real. That was pretty hilarious to see how they would react to it's not some random real estate agent behind a mask, There was a scene where Shaggy broke his arm, and he's like, I've fallen from higher heights. I should not have broken my arm like this. I've been fine. This is weird. What's going on? Honestly, I had a good time. It doesn't make me like care enough about Supernatural to go watch it, and honestly, if I did, I don't think I'd be able to get into a series with 14 seasons, my god. But it was a really, really fun time, honestly. It was pretty hilarious. You could tell it wasn't meant to be taken super seriously. The payoff at the end was actually pretty sweet. When they did go back into serious mode, there's a story to be told here. That was pretty nice. I give this a tune in if you haven't seen it. If you don't care about Supernatural, you don't care about Scooby-Doo even. Well, probably if you care about Scooby-Doo. Yeah, go see it. It was a fun little way to spend 45 minutes of my time. If you've seen it already, let me know what you thought. Continue the conversation down in the comments below. I do have my Discord where we can chat there. Follow me on social media at Twitter, Instagram. Follow my Stardust where I do random reviews that don't necessarily make it onto the channel but might someday, who knows. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to see more. I'm going to have a good time today, and I hope you do too. Thanks for watching.